2027, the government is likely to get a vice president from the opposition.
Sure.
Because that will be the best bet. These are the corrupt people from the opposition who have been looking like they're saints.
Of course.
These are suspected drug dealers. These are suspected criminal masterminds because these things are crimes.
Yeah.
Who are being brought to the government.
Majority of Kenyans wamekuwa wanaangalia hiyo movie ya president kama one of his tactics to secure 2027.
It is. There is no opposition. Imekuwa neutralized. Odinga himself atakuwa ameenda AU. So baba yuko kwa nyumba. Ndio mnafikiria mama yako, mnasikia jirani ameoa yeye tena. Unaona? Sasa hapa anapeana kwa government. The government is like giving it to the opposition baya sana.
Hello guys. Welcome back to Speakers Corner podcast. Of course, it has been a long time. It has been a minute, eh?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Break ilikuwa nini ndugu yangu? Umenipotelea vibaya sana.
No. Unajua after maandamano,
yeah,
nikaenda kurecover wiki moja and then you guys went to shoot something huko nje. But niko now I'm back and then of course pia kuna na ka season kanafika mnatulia kidogo nini.
Yeah. So, a point of reflection. Ndio kama vile the president alisema.
Yes.
So we are also reflecting. But here we are. Of course, politics, it has been our thing and many more topics that affect the society. And yes, here we are to just do a recap of what happened over the weekend. Of course, mambo ijakuwa vizuri vile president sijui alipiga nje kidogo after Gen Z wamemsikia. Tukaona amepiga comeback ya ku incorporate the opposition of course. Kwa gava and alikuwa anaongelea issue ya kukuwa na national dialogue, ile alikuwa anasema wanataka wapange everyone are represented including wale members wale handicapped
na infants pia are represented.
Infants bora mama zao wako hapo then definitely they are represented, but ni kama ameona it's not working. Jana nimemwona amekuwa Mombasa after ametoka church kwa land. He himself had to invite the members of the public. Wakakuja, they had a sitting, akapeana Q&A, ask me what you feel. So ni kama mwenyewe ameanzisha dialogue.
We have yes, there is a lady there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kadra Hussein from More Radio. Mr. President, allow me to just ask a follow-up question on what my colleague has asked. You say that you consulted from different political formation. From what we have as a people, the people who are on the streets did not have t-shirts printed with political parties, identification. Neither did they carry banners that had colors of representation of a political party. So in your broad-based government, as you have said, you've consulted and you've also had people from ODM working with you. Where is the interest of the people being featured in your broad-based government? Take time back, from the inception of the Kenya Kwanza government, when you took the oath of office, you promised to protect the Constitution of Kenya and ensure that the justice system functions well. You protect the rule of law. When you were making your statement on Wednesday, if I'm not wrong, you told us about amendments of some few clauses of the Constitution, including Public Finance Management Act. You also talked about witness, something to do with that. That is an act of in the Constitution of Kenya. But the populace has this question. Why would we talk about amendments? Why? Those very clauses that we have in the Constitution are not being respected. Like, I'll give you an example. Extrajudicial killings that we have seen, not unless, we can be given files of crime for the people who died. And then also, on that, we had arbitrary arrests. We also have forced disappearances, not unless also the government can explain to the people where these people are. Or maybe if you have the...
That was the worst idea.
Don't you think it worked?
It didn't work. It could only have worked kama he was able to convince people on why he made certain decisions. Like what we saw happening ni alikuwa akiuliza swali yenye ni ngumu as usual. There's a lady mwenye alimgonga.
Ule alikuwa na hijab hivi.
Hiyo ndio hijab siku hizi.
Wako na confidence.
You meet a Muslim lady amevaa hijab unafikiria sasa huyu ndio mwenye ajui chochote and then anaanza kupatia points.
Because again nilisikia ule dem hadi alimuuliza issue ya mbona include opposition. Kwa nini when grievances zilikuwa za Gen Z?
And that was the main thing.
Yeah, sure.
And that is my main issue and I'm almost sure unless you are insane it should be a main issue for you too.
Of course. Of course, but he was talking about nadhani to his defense he said waandamanaji walikuwa wamebeba flag of Kenya which maybe aliona it's prudent for him to incorporate everyone like everyone should be part of the government.
Everyone is the political class, you see.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They've been calling people our ODM, wazee dynasty. They wanted to get rid of the dynasty so that UDA can come with the young blood, you know.
Yeah, sure.
And you would expect young people, wakikuwa opposed na other younger people, what they will do, they look for the younger people, waambia okay now, kujeni kwa meza. There are people when they are brilliant, kama Kasamuel can, ako na mdomo lakini I'm sure he can do something.
Sure.
You know, because Oparanya alitokea wapi sasa? I mean if you're being sincere, I didn't see Oparanya akipigania anything kwa barabara ama you know, he didn't oppose anyone.
Baba himself said I had to lend my experts to the government.
Why is Oparanya an expert? Oparanya kwanza wako na CPA ni because niliona watu ya Citizen wakiuliza courses wakasema Oparanya wakasema ngine degree wakasema accountant alafu alikuwa kicheko. I reckon wako na CPA. I'm not sure. But Joko na wako na degree gani?
Joko tunajua ni mtu wa dish pale. We all know that because hiyo ni scandal imekuwa inamfuata take from your gubernatorial seat na nini. They were questioning his credentials of course.
Na unajua anaweza kuwa professional wa chemistry because na pharmacy nimesikia kulikuwa na rumor. There's a time I did a video about it too. There's a time sijui ni governor wa Nandi ama wapi. Alikuwa ana claim Joe sells drugs. And I'm assuming now that
so you are connecting that to pharmaceutical.
Sasa you know a lot of experience. I'm angempea help.
Angeva ministry ya health. But again, if maybe to kwa haraka tu tunge go through the ministries zenye alipeana because nakumbuka alidissolve but only him kukuja kurudisha wengine na ni kama for instance nadhani as much as Gen Z walikuwa wanatembea kwa street wakisema wataki politics ya tribalism, nadhani bado we are far behind kuitoa because if the president for instance anaweza akatoa tuseme Nahumicha kwa docket ya health arudishe Mlongo akuje atoe Murkomen kwa roads yake Chirchir akuja yani the tribal tu ilionekana anakuja anatoa Machogu kwa education anaweka another Kisii so like
during the maandamano one important thing and this is why it actually worked. These young people, rather we young people, I'm a retiring young person. We young people,
yes,
we young people, we were not divided by tribe. There was that tribal impact, of course, but then ilikuwa a bit subdued. Watu wako wanaulizana wewe ni Mkisema wewe ni no. And again, I didn't really hear them saying that tunataka tu young people kwa hizo ministries. No. What they said, we want technocrats kwa hizo nini ministries. So even if they brought someone mwenye ako competent, someone mwenye ni professional, mwenye si young, I don't think we'll have an issue.
Of course.
That's why people are shouting names like kina Matiang'i. That nini MP wa Busia Ntwanga nani?
Senator Okia Omtata.
Kina Okia. Those are names that zilikuwa floated around based on the fact that while kama Omtata amekuwa politician, he's been a civil rights activist more than politician. In fact, his activism ilifanya akakuwa
akapata the position.
Yes. And it allows him to kuendelea kuwa activist. Lakini now we just have business people when they are all there to ensure that the dynasty prevails. Because now what we have, what you did actually try to do ni to create a new dynasty. Sawa? A new one. Now this new one ikawa ina crumble because it was built on lies.
Sure.
When going to crumble, they just went for the old dynasty and they were like, give us some of your players because you guys ni kama mmekuwa hapa for long time and do what you usually do. You know, Oparanya amekuwa Kakamega hata sijui 2, bring him on board. Mbadi ni mtu wa makelele sana, if you don't put him here atakuwa na utokos, bring him on board. Joe ni kingpin wa Mombasa. And we are assuming
Opio Wandai pia mtu wa mdomo kidogo. Chief chemist.
So what they did is just bring people wenye na this watu out wako na scandals karibu wote.
Yeah, sure.
Watu wenye pia hawezi leta shida, wakileta shida unafungua kesi wananyamaza.
Yeah.
And then they had to borrow from a political party, and now this is the worst part of this. ODM is the most prominent opposition party.
Yeah, sure.
And it has donated, most of the replacements came from ODM, sindio? Now you see what will happen. ODM iko na conflict of interest. Haiwezi kataa wale wenye wamekuwa nominated na UDA hata kama ni wabaya kina Davis Chirchir.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu ukikataa then bad
ones. Yeah, you see. Of course.
Because those guys also have more numbers.
Yeah.
So we may create a situation where the government can now just blackmail the opposition. You do this will fire your guy.
Yeah.
Imagine kuweka mtu ya opposition finance.
Wallahi. You do it.
How do you make the treasurer who is supposed to propel your agenda someone who is been opposing it this whole time?
Waki.
You know? So there are some benefits, get me right. There are some benefits. Like in the limitations on both the government and the opposition, zinaenda kuwa mob.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a situation where almost nothing will be happening. Each law itakuanga inasumbua kupita because now each law itabidi kuwe bipartisan support from both sides.
Yeah, sure.
That will be hard to achieve. But when it comes to fighting corruption, it will also be harder because these people from the opposition wamekuwa brought on board. These are the corrupt people from the opposition who have been looking like they're saints.
Of course.
These are suspected drug dealers. These are suspected criminal masterminds because these things are crimes.
Yeah.
Who are being brought to the government. So I it's really hard to know where the country will go from here. Because considering these are the people who control the system, and these are the systems that determine what the government does.
Yeah.
So we don't know. I'm looking at it as a cartel. Ni kama Sinaloa cartel ikitengeneza collab na some other gang somewhere, then mnafinyia watu chini.
Yeah.
I don't see it working.
People were saying that is the majority of Kenyans wamekuwa wanaangalia hiyo movie ya president kama he is kama one of his tactics to secure 2027. It is.
There's no opposition. Imekuwa neutralized. Odinga himself atakuwa ameenda AU. So baba yuko kwa nyumba. Ndio mnafikiria mama yako, mnasikia jirani ameoa yeye tena. Unaona? Sasa hako anapeana kwa government. The government is like giving it to the opposition baya sana.
Back to back.
Because the truth ni imagine kukiwa na another finance bill, si ati kukiwa kutakuwa nayo. Who will bring it?
Of course.
Who will have to table it?
Opio Wandai. Yaani ni Wandai ama ni nani the Mbadi? Mbadi
will have to table it.
Yeah.
And who was supposed to oppose it?
Of course, ODM party na Azimio.
Sasa unaona now what will happen? Now they will be saying so 200 imeenda. Now that is the issue yenye tuko nayo as it stand.
Martha Karua nimeona amejitoa nini Azimio. Did you see the letter of NAC Kenya?
And I'm beginning to respect that woman. Anaweza kuwa si popular, and what I'm seeing ni
but you know it's not like Martha Karua ni angel ama nini. We all know
she's not an angel.
Yeah.
And we all know in 2007 alikuwa actively engaged in supporting one of the best governments of all time. Remember Kibaki was the best president of all time.
But we are talking about our democracy. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But then again, at least ameonyesha kuwa ako na nini, ako na
standards,
ako na principles.
Yeah.
She fights for principles. She believed Kibaki won that time, and she stuck with that guy. She's stuck in a risky place, an unwanted place, and fought the battle until waka. Fighting against Odinga is not an easy thing.
Yeah, sure.
Na juzi venye kina Odinga wameenda tena waka sell their souls, huyo mama amekuwa like and she's not very rich by the way.
I know.
Hao tu anasumbua ni mabilionea. She's not. We also kwake campaign.
Sure.
She was like mimi penye niko hapa I think I'm fine.
Hata niko kwetu kwa shamba yetu. Yeah.
Those are the leaders we want, if I'm being sincere. Hao wengine no. Ni goons.
So okay, over the weekend Reggie, the truthful man, pia naye amekuwa anajitetea, amepiga debe, amesema as much as watu wanaweza sema is the biggest loser, yeye ana feel ni kama he has won once again, amewin because amepata at least 7 dockets kwa CSS from his region. So watu waache kumwambia ame lose na nini, it was for the better of the country.
politicians will always take credit for anything that is happening because now the others they'll be losers. Kwa mfano, this whole Gen Z thing happening ilionyesha venye opposition imekuwa very useless.
Yeah.
So what did they do? Walirukia. They offered a solution. Now they started having the government.
Yeah.
Now us we can just watch and feel the smell. Lakini
What are you saying, boy?
Lakini Rigiji the biggest loser. If you are being sincere, Rigiji tu kweli ni the biggest loser.
He is the biggest loser. Nadhani pia hata political ambitions zake sai right now.
Zimedidimia. Trust me 2027.
Baba truthful man unasema inaenda kienda.
The truthful man is seeing the truth from his own perspective and his perspective is not real.
Yeah. Umekuwa unasema
2027 the government is likely to get a vice president from the opposition.
Sure.
Because that will be the best bet. Gani ingine back which other move? Because otherwise ODM itakuja kujirecollect even though they are claiming at hako government.
Yeah.
It's like baba yako aanze kununua sukari kwa nyumba ya jirani then he is claiming ati hajaanza kuwa baba yao pia. You know.
Yeah, true.
I think the offices some people are described based on their characteristics.
Yeah, sure.
And attributes.
Yeah, sure.
And as it stands, ODM
already shanza.
We have a nusumkate situation in which both parties involved are refusing. Like people are dating and if me.
Yeah, no.
Like a friend I know about.
Okay, we shouldn't go to hiyo maneno. I think that has been it. Generally, that's what has happened over the weekend. And guys, this is the recap we had for you. But again, in our next episode, we are going to talk more about issues that are going to rise up in a few. Of course, just stay put. Make sure you subscribe, you like, share. Of course, it is me, Presenter Dante, alongside Nabali, the critic Don.
Me wacha nipigie tu auto.
Jamaa sikizi ananichukia. Okay.
So anyway, guys, I have nothing to say. It is me Nabali. Tuko hapa na Presenter Dante. Yeah, and we have a certain friend attacking Mwangele.
Me?
Bye.
Are you talking about me?
Oh, tatufunge show.
Okay, bye guys.